Hey, good morning all. It's Saturday morning, leap year, February 29, 2020. Won't see another day like this for what, another 4 years? Hey, this will be a quick little video. I want to show you guys how I mounted up the old 7-inch LED light to KLX 470. Before I get to that, let me show you what I started with. Purchased from Amazon this 7-inch high-low LED headlight. They're designed originally for Jeeps, and they have multiple different styles you can choose from. The style I chose, is that a part number? Made in China. Boy, I can't hardly see. EG-QPLM 0100002W, made in China. Worked great. And then if you get yourself some flat bar from Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, I think that's about an inch wide, 1/8 inch thick. Use aluminum because it's easier to work with than steel, and it's lighter. Get yourself some all thread, 5/16 by 18 standard thread, works really well. And then these brackets, which is really the gold in this deal, made by House Tuning. You even have a 2-year warning, www.house-tuning.com. You can get these from Amazon. They're $9 a pair, and they are stout mothers. This is the bracket. You measure the diameter of your fork tube. They have multiple different sizes of these brackets. I used 48 millimeter, which works really well with a DRZ 400, KLX 400, upside right forks. They come with a clamp, a little rubber sleeve that fits inside, and they work perfectly. So you get 2 of these per box. You got to buy 2 boxes, $9.99 a piece or something, so it ends up costing you about $20 for brackets. So I have 2 of those from House Tuning. Really high quality, super high quality actually. And then what I did is I simply started out by mounting the upper bracket up high, lower bracket down low on each side. Same thing over here. Bracket up high, bracket down low. Went to the hardware store, bought some hardware. I used a wing nut down here because I slotted this side so you can adjust the headlight. The hole on the back side here is actually a long slot. I'm still messing around with it. I just adjusted it this morning again a little bit down. It has to go way further down than what you think. And then essentially what I did is I started out with this top bracket, cutting it at, I believe it was 5 inches long. I made 2 of them, drilled a hole in one end. The 5/16 by 18 all thread goes through, and you put a nut on each side. I used a flanged nut, so I didn't need to use the washer. And then I used just a crowned Allen head bolt, stainless steel on this side, just because I don't like hard edges if you can help it. And I used all Teflon lined lock nuts, just for vibration. If it gets loose, that's great. At least you don't lose a nut. I hate it when you lose a nut. So upper bracket I think was 4.5, maybe 5 inches long. The bottom one was 4 inches long, and I slotted the back side. Put a little bit of a bend. If you see from the top down, the bracket comes like this and bends out a little bit. And so I put a little bit of a bend in it. It's really easy to bend. It's not hard at all, being aluminum. Locked the top down and mounted the hole on this side and up against the light. Slotted down here so you can adjust it and tighten it up. Super easy. It takes a little time. It probably took me 2 to 3 hours to do it, but I wasn't operating in a hurry. And there you see the the light, there's 5 plugs, 1 ground, a low beam, high beam, and then there's one that operates this outer ring. It's 12 volt power, go to that, makes the outer ring come on. And there's actually another that if you run power to it, changes this outer ring to an orange color. So if you wanted to put 2 headlights together side by side, you could actually run your blinker wire to one and it would turn orange with the right blinker and the left with the left blinker if you wanted to do that. I contemplated that, but I just don't need that much weight on the front, and I don't think I need that much light. Maybe I do, I don't know. Maybe I'll do that someday, but as of right now, I really like the single light idea. It's very bright, and high beam. You hit that high beam, that upper light comes on, and there you go. Let me show you what the fittings look like. Not the fittings, the electrical connectors. And the cool thing is you get 2 lights. So you break one, you got the other one. So these are the wires. This plug simply plugs into this, and you can see the black is going to be the ground. I can't remember which one, the blue or the white, is the high beam and the low beam, but you can figure that out. And I simply just cut this off and soldered this to my bike wiring harness. You can see right here, this is the plug, and I just soldered it to my existing wires that go to my headlight. So all I had to do is plug it in. Now you'll see down here that power wire goes to this. I'm colorblind, sorry people. You'll see over here that there's these 2 wires. I think that's a red one. That makes, when you run power to that wire, it makes that outer ring come on. And if you have to have power to that, and you add additionally power to this, so 12 volts to each one, it will turn that ring orange. And I'm not running power to that right now. It's just a dead lead. I don't know, if I wanted to be funky with it, I could run a switch and just change a color for fun or whatever, but right now it's mainly just to be functional. And there you go. I'm going to go out riding today. I'm going to ride it hard, see if it falls off, see if the light breaks, see if it's any good. But I do like it. It's different, and it's not really expensive. I mean, some of these headlights, you guys, are $300-400 for a really high quality one, and I think these were like $60-70, something like that. These brackets were $10 a pair, so that's $20. So say this was $70, $80-90, and maybe $10 in miscellaneous, maybe $20. So you're talking about $110 for an aftermarket custom light like that, with, you know, lots of power and having a spare light to boot. And also, actually, I've got enough stuff, I could make another mount too. So really not bad when you compare. Yeah, it takes some labor and you gotta grind and file and stuff to make it work good, but compared to buying something equivalent, you're a few $100s. If you don't like making stuff, then buy the other one. But if you like stuff that's different, kind of weird, like I do, then there you go. Anyway, I can't wait to go out. I'm going to go out and ride hard today. I've been Jones, and it's going to be 60 degrees out in the West Desert. And the old KLX needs a little time, so I'm going to go out and throw a little time. Anyway, for your projects, and by the way, if you have a 2-stroke or a motocross bike or some bike that doesn't have wiring for a headlight, you can simply, if you get a lighting coil for your bike, you can buy an aftermarket regulator, run the lighting coil up to an aftermarket regulator somewhere, mount it up here somewhere, run that power back, and in your airbox mount a small battery, run the regulator to your battery, then take power from your battery to an aftermarket switch, and then the switch to your headlight. And you can do that for not too much money and put headlight on something else that's not originally designed for it. I am going to be doing that on a couple bikes this summer, I think. I'll bring you along if I do, okay? Y'all have a good day, and go out and ride if you can. Talk to you later, folks. Bye-bye.